on the list of most endangered battlefields for quite a while. We've been blessed in that Prairie Grove has been slow to develop.
Arkansas is chock full of history, from interesting characters to actual battle sites during a very pivotal time in our nation's history. Today, we take a walk back in time as KRK4's Chris Fry profiles one of the most popular state parks and how it shaped the outlook of the Civil War and, of course, Northwest Arkansas.
When you get out here, aside from the street noise, you can't really see the cars.
As far as the eye can see,
the land has pretty much been undisturbed. It's not developed.
It's a view that's breathtaking. What was once 2,500 acres of Prairie Grove battlefield is now 900. The history of this countryside still remains intact, but fighting to preserve the past wasn't easy.
We were on the list of most endangered battlefields for quite a while. We've been blessed in that Prairie Grove has been slow to develop.
The organization, the Civil War Trust, was able to secure close to 300 acres as protected land. Still, keeping yesterday present will continue to be difficult.
This was a significant battle.
On November 28, 1862, 9 days before the Battle of Prairie Grove was a reality, Union General James Blunt and his 5,000 troops fought with 2,000 Confederate soldiers for 9 hours. It came to be known as the Battle of Cane Hill. But the battle left the Union badly exposed and isolated, giving an advantage to the rebel army. In a desperate move, General Blunt changed the outcome with the stroke of a pen.
On December 3rd of 1862, he sent a telegram up to Springfield, Missouri, and said he needed help as soon as possible. And General Herron, because of his heroic efforts, actually got here before Blunt did, and his men marched 125 miles in 3.5 days. That's one of the greatest marches of the Civil War.
An advancement that led to the start of the Battle of Prairie Grove on the morning of December 7th. Union General Francis Herron wasted no time before attacking. Meanwhile, in the middle of total war, the Borden family of 13 were forced to take cover.
They just saw a lot of devastation. This was a Confederate supporting family, so not only is their front yard becoming the scene where many men are going to die, so they were totally devastated. Their life was never the same.
During the carnage, the Bordens and other civilians offered to help the wounded Confederate soldiers, who took more than what was offered.
Whenever the soldiers were hungry, they went to the homesteads, and the people who were here gave over their food. They had their fence rails taken for firewood. Their blankets were taken. And it got so bad for some of the civilians living here during the Civil War that they actually started burying their supplies in cemetery plots, trying just to make sure that they could survive the winter.
Survival on the Prairie Grove battlefield was a reality. Coincidentally, another significant event of survival took place 3 decades prior.
This is the road that brought the troops into the field, and 30 years before it became a battlefield, we also had about several thousand Cherokees that passed through here as part of the Trail of Tears and the forced removal.
And suffering to now peaceful surroundings. While the battlefield at Prairie Grove serves as a reminder of a different time, it also shows the evolution of the changing landscape in Northwest Arkansas.
This is very much still a part of our local history. The families remember what happened to them during the Civil War, and I think that it's still shaping us today.